Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my 100% guide for Alfheim from God of War Ragnarök. In this one we are doing the Below. So as always there is mid-game spoilers in these videos because I'm doing them after the story. That is the best time to clean up. So with the partner that I have running around with me, bit of a mid-game spoiler if you've not got to that point yet. I don't really want to say it until but if you think it might spoil it for you, then obviously watch this after you finish the game, after they finish the story. So we're going to start at the canyons in Alfheim. It's just northeast of the Strand. Watch my canyons video if you want to know how to get there. It's very simple. It's a linear path. And we're going to head into the Barrens and then into the Below. So the Below is part of the Barrens. I'm going to do the Barrens as a separate video because it's quite big. We've got to do the Below first to open up the Barrens. It'll make sense in a minute. So hopefully you're doing this one first. And then you're going to go and do the Barrens afterwards, because you can't do all of the Barrens until you've done the Below. Okay, so we're going to start from the Mystic Gateway, and then we're going to head north into the Barrens first, and then I'll show you where to go, because there's a whole dust storm being kicked up, and it's locking off some of the Barrens area, so you need to go into the Below to clear it, and da-di-da. We'll actually be doing a side quest, a favour for the Barrens in this video. You kind of have to do it as you're going along in the Below. That's a lot of very similar words. Anyway, once you go through the gate here, we're in the Barrens now. Look for a canyon on the right hand side. You can see it here. A canyon that goes right round. Now that I've actually got the map, the region discovered, I'll bring the map up in a moment. I'm just waiting for, there it is, the side mission. That's going to automatically start. This favour is going to automatically start when you get into here the first time. So this is where we came up. This is where I am right now. And this is where we need to head. This is where the... so I'm actually going to track this. If you track it, it'll show you on your map, on your compass at the top. You can just see it there. So you're going round the canyon in the middle and onto the other side. And just look out for these torches. And then this is where you need to go. Again, I'll bring it up again. So this is where we are. It locks it off. You can see this is where the storm's coming from. And then we need to go down here to... and then we'll actually be in the Below. So there's actually only 3 things to find here. There's a lore, there's a legendary chest, and there's a Nornir Chest. That's it. But we'll also be doing the Secret of the Sands favour at the same time. But that doesn't count for the Below. It counts for the Barrens. There. Hopefully that makes sense.
I trust you to not get us lost underground.
So lots of traversal and dark elves in this place essentially, and puzzling, which is good. It's a bit of a change of pace really. So you got these things again if you played the first game and you haven't come towards them, if you have haven't come across them yet, then you'll recognise them and you'll know what to do with them. So there's going to be dark elves popping up here and there. And we'll have to bounce our axe through all 3 and then recall it. And you'll be doing that quite a lot. So a few dark elves here, we'll get rid of them quickly. And start. There we go. So I'm going to be opening these little chests and coffins, you know, the red coffins as well. They're not needed for 100%. They're just along the way. So when you enter this room, you're going to get into another little bit of a fight here. The one's coming up behind me. That's not fun. And that's him down. Right, now we're actually going to get the lore. It's in this room. So once they're done, climb up here. This is the way you need to go.
Everything and everyone for their fate.
They will not listen to reason. Combat is unavoidable.
And then we're going to go down here, kick this off, and then we need to throw our axe through these 3. And then that's to open that up. So you obviously can see the coffin chest thing there. That's not part of the 100%, but this lore here on the side is... This is patience. That's 1 of 1 with regards to lore. I've also got bronze tier for wall art there. So that's where we are. You can see it's starting to clear up a bit, the map. go. So you do need to come up this way and then carry on this way. Really obvious little chest there behind us. So we're going to hit the floor and just drop down
Why wait until now?
and get that.
It was not a priority.
We were too busy attempting to stave off Ragnarok to indulge in any desert dalliances.
Shame. I imagine Atreus would have enjoyed
Now you can't hit these three from this angle. You're going to need to come across here first. It's going to face you that way because that's the way you're actually going to go eventually.
You did not. Atreus
Drop
has
down. We'll go there in a minute.
I trust him to be safe.
You got these annoying little things everywhere. Where are they? Just to make them even more annoying, they blow up when you kill them. Didn't realise you could make them more annoying. We're done here. Right, so this is the Nornir Chest. I'm going to open this gate up. This is where we had that fight with the two Dark Elves before, where we got the lore. So there's one of the things we need for the Nornir Chest. And then we're going to hit these three from here now. So break those three up. And then we'll continue backwards. So we're going to go back on ourselves. And this is why it faces you this way, because that's the way you're supposed to go.
I wish I had your confidence with my own son when he was Atreus' age. Baldur craved adventure, but with the words of the Norns repeating in my head,
Your worry consumed you, as my rage once did to me.
you overcame me.
So I haven't forgotten about that Nornir Chest. Here we go. There's the final bell is actually up here.
Yes. Perhaps if Odin had loved his children as much as he loved using them.
So we'll need to make a run for it with this one. You do get quite a decent amount of time. So hit this one. Recoil your axe. Drop down here. You'll have to do the little interaction to get down. Hit this one. And then hit the one in here. And you should have more than enough time to do that. The first one's quite lenient on how much time it gives you. And then you'll get whichever one is next in your sequence, the apple or the horn. Them sort of on top of, but that's where we are map-wise. We're in the canyon now. So there is going to be a decent fight in here. There's quite a tough dark elf. He's the one that drops down here. I'm going to skip it though because it's quite long, and yeah, you don't get the gist of it. Once you finish, look in the left-hand corner for the place to crouch through.
Than of Baldur. His sensitive
But he's simple enough, that dark elf. He's just got more health, really.
That is his mother's influence. Despite all attempts to train him otherwise, Atreus was eager to help lost spirits or run errands.
So the legendary chest is actually right at the end
Faye's influence runs
before we leave.
Why do you think you're the one assaulting a cave full of hostile dark elves to save a wounded creature?
So this is the way we're going to continue, but before that we're just going to get a coffin here. So blow that up and it's going to reveal this crystal, which we can bounce and get the coffin, or chest. Coffin. So a bit more puzzling coming up here. There will be the little, yeah, there they are. The annoying worm things are going to appear again. We're clear? We're clear. Right, you can just see there's a crystal behind there. You want to shoot through this first one, hit the crystal, and then hit the other two. I kind of pulled my axe back too quickly then. And then jump over, blow this up. Jump back across.
Like this once served as training for Atreus, or an excuse to gather
Get the deflection on this one.
But I made him a promise. His voice as my guide.
And his voice
Get the kind of worthless amount of hack silver, 81.
Strange, that means more to me now than it did before.
Open up the coffin.
You've said it yourself.
And that's going to set us up for the last one. And allow us to leave. This is all sort of story path at this moment with regards to the side mission. So spin it once, and then once you get the blue line, then throw your axe and you're good. So I'm trying to open this chest here, but we're being interrupted by nightmares. which are just the worst. I can't even be bothered. I know, I always forget I have the axe that you can throw and spears as well. Right, we don't know. We'll go one more. Because it's usually 2 arrows and they're down. These ones have been a bit more stubborn. There, right, okay. Not that we particularly need this. Probably not going to get that much out of it. 243. And then quickly run in here. There is actually a nest, but apparently damage is not a thing that I can inflict anymore. And just get pushed backwards. Yeah, so take care of the nest. And we are nearly there. So you may remember this thing from the trailer if you've not seen it before. Pretty cool. This is what's kicking up the storm. I'm going to skip the dialogue here. There's going to be a bit of dialogue and it's going to tell you you have to help it. The I can't remember how you say that. Favour or something. Hit the explosive there, and then you need to get through this through the first one, hit the crystal to hit the other two, then jump back across here, and there is a crystal here, and you're going to bounce it through and hit all 3 at the same time, and that's going to release it, so it's going to say that it's free, but it's not going to go anywhere just yet. We need to go back into the Barrens to free it, and we will do that at the end of this video and sort of leave it there. So another coffin on the way. Some more climbing. And that will be us pretty much at the top. Just have to bust through the ceiling and climb back out, and we're done. So here's the legendary chest. Couldn't be more obvious. And in here is going to be the shoulder straps of Radiance, which is actual armor. Not often you get armor in these legendary chests. So you can see, yeah, this is 100% now in the below. You can see here, if you go down to this area, this will bring up the below. 100%, just the 3 items there. Now we're going to finish off the Secret of the Sands Favour, which is part of the Barrens. I will be referring people to this video when it comes to the Barrens. But I felt there's no point just leaving it there. We might as well finish this Favour off, because we've just done the whole thing by going through the below. So go back out, get back on your sleigh, look for the light. There's the marker as well if you've set it. And then open this up. And that's going to release the Hafumfendumber. Whatever, the jellyfish. The flying jellyfish. So there's going to be a whole dialogue sequence here. I'm obviously going to skip it. And that's going to bring up the end of the Secret of the Sands. And the wind and dust will all be gone now. So we can now fully complete the Barrens. Right. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.